If you've just started oil painting and wondering which colors to buy, or if you have been painting for a while and want to know how to mix a wide range of vibrant colors, this video is for you. I will not only share what colors you should get, but also explain the reason behind choosing them, followed by a color mixing exercise to present the wide range of mixtures you can achieve. And finally, how I use these colors in my usual oil painting mixtures. So let's get started. Showing you the colors on my palette. For white, I have titanium white followed by Winsor lemon and Winsor yellow, Winsor lemon being the cooler yellow. For reds, I have cadmium red and permanent rose, a warm and cool red. For blues, it's French ultramarine, the warm one, and Winsor blue, the cooler one. This kind of palette is called a full or extended palette, giving you the ability to mix almost any color. Additionally, for convenience, I have Winsor orange, which is great for warming up mixes or dulling down blues. For earth colors, I have yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. These traditional, inexpensive pigments are perfect for muted tones, generally observed in landscape paintings. For black, I mix my own using ultramarine blue and burnt umber. And by adding white, I can make cooler warm grays by adjusting the ratio of these two colors. If you are new to oil painting, I recommend starting with just one primary color for each group, preferably warm yellow, red and blue. This simplifies color mixing and also saves money. And as you progress, you can add more colors to your palette. For more experienced painters, I highly recommend investing in this full palette of warm and cool primaries to achieve a wide range of color mixtures. Now, why I chose these colors? If you notice the code in the brackets, these are the pigments used in the tube, and each color on my palette uses a single pigment, which means they are pure and have a very high tinting strength. Now, cadmium red over here is the most expensive color on my palette, but its richness and strength makes it worth the price. But if you're on a budget, you can consider alternatives like Winsor red or Printable red. The key is to have a warm and cool version of each primary, so feel free to substitute with colors like alizarin crimson or quinacridone red instead of permanent rose, or cadmium lemon instead of Winsor lemon. I will quickly demonstrate the difference between warm and cool primaries using two separate color wheels. First, starting with the cool primaries, we have Winsor lemon, permanent rose and Winsor blue. Here I'm adding white to create tints of respective colors. And now same process for the warm primaries, Winsor yellow, cadmium red and ultramarine blue. What you will notice is the oranges are more vibrant with the warm primaries, while the violets are more stronger with the cool mixtures. and greens vary significantly between the two sets. So if you rely on just one set of primaries, you will miss out on certain ranges, and that's why I use a full palette with both warm and cool colors. Here I want to showcase the full range of colors using the tubes I mentioned, arranged in a rainbow or prism like pattern. This is why this palette is also called a prismatic palette. Here I had added white to create tints of the respective colors. Some of the usual mixtures I use in every painting with the tube of paints I mentioned. One is black using ultramarine blue and burnt umber, and you get both cool black and warm black using these two colors. Usually my blues are not straight from the tube. Almost every time I dull them down using orange and a bit of white. Here you can see the tints of the earth colors, yellow ochre and burnt sienna. They are great for landscapes, for painting wood, farmlands, sands and so on, and also used in creating flesh tones. By adding blue you can dull them down, and when mixed with yellow ochre it gives a muted green, which is widely observed in foliage. Windsor blue, the cooler one, mixed with burnt sienna gives this muted dark blue, which is excellent for night paintings. Hope this video was helpful in deciding what colors to get. This was not a color mixing tutorial. I will be coming up with a separate video to show you exactly how you can mix any color in few simple steps. Till then, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more such tips on oil painting. And let me know in the comments if you have any preference for a particular color and why. And thanks for watching.